General, you can join us this side.
Inside this packed hall, local entrepreneurs and state officials gathered with a singular urgent mission: turning South Sudan's raw potential into tangible reality.
When you have moringa, when you take moringa, especially when you have the tree in your compound, you are actually having a pharmacy in your house. Our challenges, or as a company, or as a producer, one, the raw material. We are producing the raw material. It is actually not here within Juba. It is along the Numle Road, but the road itself is a problem. Number two is the security, because sometimes you want to go and harvest, but you need to first check with the security, all right? And the road, badness, roughness.
For organic cosmetic producers, the hurdles aren't just in the fields. They span across borders, drastically inflating the cost of doing business.
My greatest challenge is the packaging and the branding, because the packaging materials, we are transporting them from Uganda, and it's a little bit costly for us. We want to expand, want to supply the whole of South Sudan with organic products.
Yet domestic manufacturing is proving it can survive. The beverage sector is pushing for self-reliance, sourcing raw materials entirely within the country to keep prices affordable for everyday South Sudanese.
It's very affordable because it's made here in South Sudan. So for everyone, consumers, very affordable our products. Everything we have the raw materials we are bringing and processing in the factory. So we don't have any shortage of supply.
But for local businesses to scale up and compete in regional markets like the East African community, government officials admit that relying solely on crude oil exports is a missed opportunity. The urgent call now is for domestic value addition.
We have now only oil that our people are talking, that we are taking oil to international market. But we are not taking oil to regional market. We can make value addition instead of taking it as crude. Why not make a refinery? And if we have the refinery, for sure we can have the dominant role in this market of the region. Because there is no country in the region here have oil more than us. But because we are not making value addition, this is why we are not competing. We are still bringing the fuel and other things outside the country. Meanwhile, we are producing oil here, which we can make.
It is a shift in mindset that requires moving away from simply surviving to actively drawing economic growth inward.
I noted the very critical infrastructure capacity, which goes from roads to digital. The ICT and technology infrastructure is weighing so much on our businesses, including industries. If we are even to produce simple things as toilet papers in this country, it could go a long way. But also the multiple taxes, which are both a weakness and a challenge. Ensure that the traders know what kind of taxes to pay when they close where and when. That will liven them and reduce the burden. And already the security sector presented on what they are doing, all they are planning to do, and some of the things they've already done.
But pulling development closer means fixing systemic failures. While South Sudan has passed over 200 laws, execution severely lags. Entrepreneurs are left navigating a maze of domestic hurdles, including over 20 security roadblocks on a single trade route.
government actually, they don't do business. What they have, they goods, public goods. They have public goods to sell, will provide to the people roads, electricity, water. Now, Nile water is just flowing here. If the government is not ready to provide the public goods, then we should strive to remove roadblocks. For me to reach Mudri, there are over 20 roadblocks.
Despite delayed wages, logistical bottlenecks, and infrastructural deficits, the true engine of South Sudan remains the unbreakable spirit of its people.
South Sudan excels in one thing. We are very resilient. If there are resilient people in the world, it is South Sudanese. Because South Sudanese gets 52 months you get paid. Staying, living, comes from home, pays his or her money to go to work, and again pays that money to go back home. No, government is not paying. Money is paid in the bank, it's not paying. And 30 days, that was great riot in Uganda and Kenya. The streets will be burning in a day. So somebody was saying, why like this? I said, God love us. Actually, South Sudanese have suffered so much here. I'm sure every South Sudanese who dies goes to heaven.
The blueprint for South Sudan's economic independence is already written in its fertile soils and spoken in its legislative halls. The true test for Juba now is moving those plans from the paper to the pavement. Wani Isaac Kenyi, reporting from Juba.
Solomon, you will take the